Hello, this is a Space Marine to PvP tier list for Secure and Control. I'm going to go left to right and talk about the classes, some pros, some cons, some things they struggle with on the map, etc, etc, basic tier list stuff. If you have questions about this, let me know in the comments, and if this does well enough, I'll make more tier lists in the future. Just for a little disclosure, I do like 30 bomb in most games because A, there's no skill-based matchmaking, B, I don't think I'm the worst player ever. I'm max rank, so I'd say I have a decent amount of experience in the game, so yeah. Anywho, let's get started. So for Assault, I'm going to put him in A+, and I did make an A+ tier just for Assault, actually. Have to be... Assault is ridiculously strong, and if you need to take a position, he's probably the best man for it. He does a lot of AoE damage. The leap slam does so much damage so fast, and a lot of people cannot deal with it, that it feels kind of inting when you don't have an assault on your team. His pistol's pretty good, can end some support fire. He can get in locations people can't get to. He's the only class that can really use the melt the bomb to its full potential, and the melt the bomb is amazing if you can actually use it. Like I said, the leap slam does so much that it just kind of like insta-kills even groups of people, and you're hard to hit during it. I would say, even though like another upside is you get the hammer early on, and the hammer is when this class goes from like alright to like, oh my goodness, he's raid boss. So that's all good stuff. The reason he's not at S tier, and the one reason, is because Secret Control has underground objectives. And you are just useless. I mean, sometimes you can catch someone off with a charge melee, but most of the time, you don't want to be fighting underground. That is too awkward, and it's a waste of your potential, so I put him in A+ tier. Next class, Bulwark, our favorite tanky boy. I'm gonna honestly give him a B tier. He's very solid, has weaknesses, has strengths. If they don't have an assault, this guy is kind of immortal basically, or if your team's getting pinched. Now, obviously, let's talk about the positives. Bulwark is the guy who will hold down the objective for your team. Pretty good. He will also do like a good amount of damage, and he can like take aggro. He can support your team with the Banner of Command, which makes some people just immortal unless they melee on him. And overall, yeah, he's pretty good. The one downside is you kind of are a victim to your lack of damage. It's kind of a curse. Because, like, let's say, the main thing that kills me is the assault player, right? He will jump on me and then he'll keep doing it. I don't have the DPS to stop him. So it's just like, what do I do? If it's underground, objective is pretty good too, but sometimes it's a support class, so you can get swarmed by people and like you need your team to do the proper DPS. You can distract them and do good DPS, but you're not going to be the guy who's killing everyone. So I think it's a solid B tier. I would say I would put him A tier before patch 4.0 with the Mega Fist could one-shot someone, because that was a main issue he had. But right now I think he's solid B. Can carry, but he just doesn't have that damage that his assault does. And going to classes that can carry. Heavy. That's an easy S. Easy S. I don't think this class really has that many weaknesses. Like maybe like consistent range damage. Kinda. But from the first default unlock, you get his best, arguably best gun. All of his guns are good. He has a bubble shield in front of him, on top of having 4 armor, and all the Space Marines are the same speed, I'm pretty sure. So you can't get away from him. He does so much damage in CQC. He can do a lot of damage mid-range. He can honestly just turn on his shield and blast you with the pistol. And there's nothing you can do. And it's freaking crazy. He's so good, and like, he does miss a melee, but why would you need a melee when you have a turret, or a melta, or a plasma cannon? Any of these weapons, point blank, will destroy you. There's no reason. He's good at underground objectives. He's good at above ground objectives. He can stand on them because he has the shield and the most HP. Like, this class is disgusting. Honestly, if you're a new player, play fucking heavy. That's how I tell my friends to level up. He's just too good. I think he honestly needs a nerf. Assault is the only class that can kind of keep him in check because this guy loses a 1v1 to him, this guy loses a 1v1, they all lose 1v1s. Bulwark doesn't really win, but he's annoying because he blocks everything, and Heavy can't really kill him, but you know, like, Bulwark shouldn't be able to kill him either, so. Just disgusting class. When I want to 1v1 people also, I choose this class because it's not even a 1v1, I can just 1v2 people because I have a shield in front of my fucking face. If you ever watch my streams, or any of my clips, you should know how disgusting this is. ZS tier. We're gonna go with Sniper next. I think Sniper's a solid A in superior control. I know, his invisibility is pretty good. But there's a few reasons for that. One, Sniper, like Tactical, doesn't get his best gun until like 24 and 25. So, that is the problem. Second off, secure control, since due to the underground objectives, there are some areas you really can't get picks on. And in secure control, particularly TDM, you don't feel because there's no real reason to push. Secure control, you kind of feel your cooldowns a bit more, and not every objective is made for sniping. Like Molosseum, it's the map with the church that's like on fire kind of thing. A lot of like flaky routes. I'd say that's a really bad sniper for me personally. You kind of want Cathedral if you want to snipe. Even Bastion's better, but Molosseum's kind of like brutal. I don't like Bastion personally, but Cathedral, that's the sniper map, so he's kind of map dependent. Last Rifle will one-shot anyone, which is amazing, and long range cloak sniping is disgustingly strong. Sniper SMG shouldn't be underestimated, does so much damage, it's kind of crazy. Like, even if you see the cloaker, sometimes you might just lose because he has an SMG and it hurts, like a lot. The downsides is, he's not going to be the guy holding the objective, he's really squishy, and that cloak cooldown, if you like use it for a long time, oh, you really feel that, so I think he's a solid A. Next. Tactical. I think he's above Sniper. Tactical, well-rounded class, 3 armor, can actually 1v1 things pretty well. When you get the level 25, holy shit, the plasma cannon. It'll light up your world like anybody else, dude. That does so much damage. It is crazy. You're gonna get obliterated. Like, oh my goodness. That's a lot of damage. That is a ton of damage coming your way. It's bursty, it does a lot of damage. I mean, a lot of consistent DPM time. It does burst, it's crazy. The other thing that most people don't talk about, the class gets 2 nades if you pick up a nade. So you can throw a nade, pick up nades, get 2 more nades. And that's just, well, that's a lot of nades. That's kind of crazy. Tactical scan, don't even need to go into it. It's walls. You cannot go wrong with walls. But overall class pretty good, pretty decently tanky. Can play the third person like perspective pretty well. Amazing support fire. I think he's the best class of also dealing with assault. So that's also nice. He can like, he's just well-read and good. The downsides, his melees are not the strongest. And I wouldn't like nominate him to hold the point. Obviously way better than this. And probably this. But you know, he gets the job done. He's pretty solid, well-rounded little blueberry man. Trying to look if there's anything else I need to mention. No, I think it's good. And let's go to the last class. It's Vanguard. Vanguard sucks. It is not the worst thing ever. He is definitely the weakest. The hook nerf was brutal. Because even before the hook nerf, yes, I know it was obnoxious and stunned, like, some of these classes could kill him. Like, if you hook an assault and the assault's good, oh, that assault kills you every time. If you hook a heavy, and you don't play it properly, the heavy kills you. Or it just blocks. And, like, it was like a, if my team is there, this guy dies ability. And it still is, but now it's like, you don't even consistently kill the guy, so it's like, oh, that's kind of shit. But the main plus, I will say, if you go to the 3 burst rifle, you can hook yourself onto like the high grounds that most people can't get onto, and you can like oppress them with that. And the 30 burst rifle doesn't really have any spread, so you can just like triple dink people in the head. But if they're moving, then it's like it kind of gets harder. But his guns are weaker. He doesn't have many options outside of them. Like he gets 2 guns. One's all in. The other one requires a weird playstyle that honestly you probably should have just played tactical if you want to play like that. It's like flanky tactical, kind of in a way. He gets pushed off really easily, and his cooldown's long. Overall, class kind of struggles. He can interrupt the heavy shield and the bulwark, and he can also stun the assault when he lands, which is good. But this is a like, if their team is there, they're gonna kill you for it. And the longer it goes, the more they can react. So like, if you hook this guy from like long range, oh, he's just gonna turn on his shield and like back up and probably fucking kill you. So this is the weakest class. There's definitely potential here, but you'll have to put in the most work. And yeah, that's my tier list. Maybe I'll make a weapon tier list if this gets likes. You know, tell me how you feel like it. Maybe I'll make a weapon tier list and I'll put like flash grenade at the top because that stuff is obnoxious.